Hi, I'm Steve. I'm a guide here at Scott Lake, and part of our Scott Lake experience is shore lunch. So we like to do shore lunches for our guests, and a lot of times we're cooking either lake trout or northern pike. So I just thought I'd walk you through how we clean a northern pike up here. They do have a set of Y bones that need to be taken out to make a completely boneless fillet, and yeah, I'll show you how we go about that. So we start in behind the cleat rib here and make a cut down right to the spine on an angle, because there is quite a bit of meat under there. Go right down to the backbone like that, and then turn your knife and keep the tip of the knife out along the back, and you want to come across the top of this fin and peel the whole thing off completely, leaving the belly strip. So you just a slight angle and cut through the ribs over that fin, top of the knife following along the spine all the way. Make sure you get all the meat right to the base of the tail and roll it off. And I'll set this to the side. Do exactly the same procedure on the other side. So if you have a look at the fillet here, these little tips across the top are actually the Y bones. So you've got the rib bones and a set of Y bones that go across and head actually upwards. So first of all, leave the skin on. We're going to get underneath these ribs lightly and just peel the ribs out. There's quite a bit of meat on the other side of the ribs, so you don't want to get too deep. You just need to get those rib bones out. Just like that. So toss that for our friends the seagulls. So now I turn the fillet around because we're going to want to, like I said, the Y bones go upwards. So I run my knife along here and it will actually expose the tips of those Y bones. They're just above the center line and they actually curve upwards. So my first cut is going to be just like 1/8 of an inch above those bone tips, and a light cut just to go down to hit the tops of those bones. And you can actually hear my knife hitting the top of them. You don't want to cut through them so you don't put too much pressure. Once you hit the tops of those bones, just angle your blade outwards and just light cuts until you get past the tips of those bones. And you can actually feel it with your knife. So now, once I've done that, I come down to the center line and I make the same cut, just a light scoring along the center line, just to get in there nice and straight. And I want to get underneath those Y bones like that. So you can see I'm laying my knife pretty flat and I'm just getting underneath those bones. And you can see those just saving as much meat as I can. So those bone tips, just like that. And that is a strip of just straight bone. And that can get tossed to the birds. Now you're ready to remove the skin. So I just make a little notch in the back to put my finger in, come right down to the skin, laying my knife pretty flat, a little bit of a downward angle, but not enough so that I'm cutting the actual skin itself. I'm just removing the meat, working along, just like that. Trim that last rib bone out. And there you have a completely boneless pike fillet. Ready for the fry pan.